This video is all about why vocal warm-ups are not improving your voice. If you are interested in truly learning how to sing with your authentic voice, then you're in the right place. Perfectionism, which is so common with singers, is one of the biggest hurdles to improvement. So you come onto YouTube searching how to sing better, how to sing high notes without strain, how to support with the diaphragm. You're putting in all of this time. You're trying to figure out technically how to sing better, but it's just not working for you. You're experiencing a frustration over the lack of progress despite the time that you're putting into it. I'm going to offer you 3 typical reasons why the warm-ups alone are not working for your voice and offer you 3 different solutions to each of those problems, so that you can finally start to make progress with your voice and you can sing with freedom. My name's Kate. I'm a vocal coach who's been singing formally for over 30 years, and I have been through a lot of these issues on my own, and I also help people through similar issues now. So the first reason that the warm-ups aren't working for your voice, and this is very common for somebody who is self-studying how to sing, is that you're doing the warm-ups, you're consistently doing them, but your voice is not actually in alignment. So you might be doing me, me, mo, 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 and you're going up the scale and you're coming back down, but it's not actually synced. So the breath support is not there underneath it. The resonance is not placed properly. The tongue is fighting you. The jaw is tense. The throat is tense. The vowels are not open enough. And so all of these things mean the instrument is misaligned. And so essentially you're just training your voice to sing in misalignment over time. And then you develop more bad habits, more strain, more fatigue, even though you're putting in more time. The second thing, which is also very common and sometimes related to the first one, is that you treat warming up as a performance. So you're going through, you're going up higher and higher, you're breathing thoracically, you're not really connected to your body, you're just thinking like every single note has to be perfect in this, everything needs to sound really good, rather than everything needs to feel in alignment. You can check out a recent video I did about somatic singing that goes deeper into this topic. And so you bring this stress and this complication into this process of exploring and improving your voice. It's very achievement oriented. You're not thinking like, what can I find if I try different things? You're just thinking, how do I get better? And that kind of mindset makes you sing in such a way that you have all of this pressure on yourself, and it's not fun. It's tedious, but not rewarding. And you're not feeling like anything is really changing. Some days maybe you sing well, and then you think, okay, that's great. You're happy with yourself. And you equate that with your vocal self-esteem. And then on the days where it's not lining up, you're like, okay, I don't sing well. I don't sing well enough. I can't go high enough. What's going on? You experience also this kind of dip in self-esteem. And there are a lot of singers out there who equate their self-esteem to their voice, to how well they sound. Your self-worth does not come from how well you sing. Instead, if you approach every warm-up, every video of mine that you watch, which goes through the techniques and the warm-ups with a large degree of curiosity and openness to try new things, a kind of exploratory mindset, not being afraid if the voice cracks around the passaggio, not being afraid if this time the high note didn't come out right. Pause it, replay it, try to set everything up, take your time. Breathe properly before each phrase. It's not a race to the end of the warm-up. Every single phrase needs to have the same mindful focus. Breathe in, align everything, and go. And then, oh, I missed that one. That's okay. Let's keep going. So being a good coach to yourself in this process, being gentle with yourself, focused and disciplined, but that doesn't mean being hard on yourself. Like these are very different things, right? This is something that is common with people who are doing the work on their own and with people who are studying with a coach. They're going through it like every lesson is stressful, right? And that's something that you want to get away from because that stress builds a kind of system around singing that doesn't serve you. This kind of repetition of singing with anxiety and feeling like everything needs to be perfect and it's a performance, this does not give you the baseline that you actually need to sing well. In order to sing well, you actually need to feel really free. You need to feel very connected to your breath, to your body, to your emotions when you're singing songs. You need to feel connected to that source. Now I can sit down, learn a new song, play through it, make a mistake on the piano, sing something a little bit off sometimes, but still the feeling comes through, the emotion comes through, the baseline of my voice is really solid. And so I can find that kind of vocal freedom and that joy. And my self-esteem is not linked to that performance or saying, oh, I have a great voice or I sounded really great. My self-esteem is linked to the fact that I could express something with authenticity. That is more important than perfectionism. Perfectionism, which is so common with singers, is one of the biggest hurdles to improvement. Now, the third reason why warm-ups are not improving your voice is a reason that happens more with people who are studying with someone or who are following a more structured program. What happens is that over time, you are getting better at aligning your voice. You are finding the support. You are placing the resonance pretty consistently. You are able to relax the throat and the jaw and put the tongue in the right position and shape the vowels well when you're doing your warm-ups. Your mi, me, ma, mo, moos, those are no longer a problem. That's like, okay, this is easy sailing here. But then what happens, and I see this as well with people that I work with, is that's solidifying. The warm-ups are getting solid. The voice is getting solid in that realm. Then you go to sing your songs and everything goes offline. You revert back to old habits. You bring the strain back into your singing. You start to tense up. You start to let that jaw go backwards again. You start to sing the way that you did before you began training in a really efficient way, doing the warm-ups, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and really focusing during the warm-ups. Then suddenly the song comes and all of that kind of goes out the window. Now, this is really, really common, and it is a common frustration of people who are in a process of improving their voice. What happens is over time, the voice will begin to integrate into the songs that you're singing. But there are also specific things that you can do while you're still in the process of keeping your voice consistent in the warm-ups that are going to help you to create that bridge in a more conscientious way. So we're going to talk about that. So now let's talk solutions to these problems. The first thing that you can do is you create a baseline ritual that relaxes you before you start singing, before you start warming up. This pertains to all of the problems I just spoke about, but especially number 2, treating warming up as a performance. You need to come in with not only the right mindset, but the right physical state. For some people, this will mean doing some physical exercise before warm-up. I have a singer that I'm working with who is warming up on her bicycle. She's just aerating her system, getting those endorphins, and kind of singing as she's biking along. This is a great idea. I find it so lovely, and it's working for her. It helps her to get into her body and to relax and to connect with her instrument. It might be just sitting down and doing some breathing exercises, doing some deep diaphragmatic breaths, doing some of the S pulses, just connecting with the diaphragm. It could be having a cup of tea, if that's your thing, sitting there with kind of low lights or maybe sunlight. But finding this kind of ritual, this routine that you get into, so you already prime yourself before you go into singing to be at a very relaxed and focused baseline. That alone is going to be a game changer. And then once you start to sing, once you start to do the warm-ups, pay attention. Are you moving from that state into a stress state? Are you starting to breathe thoracically? Are you starting to feel the tension in your body as you rise up the scale? Stop, breathe, reset, pause the video you're watching. Take some time if you need to. Come back in 15 minutes. Condition your brain and your body to find a state of focused relaxation before and during your singing process. The next thing you can do, if your voice is not translating from the warm-ups into song, is that you can start to treat your songs as warm-ups. Use your repertoire as an extension of the vocal process. Don't make it like two distinct things like, okay, I warm up and now I go perform. Now I go learn a song in performance mode. Like, how is it going to sound when it's the finished product, and how do I aspire to create that sound? No. Instead, you want to approach the song with the same types of exercises, with the same type of mindfulness that you did when you were warming up. So let's say you have a song, Soul to Squeeze, Red Hot Chili Peppers. One of my students is working on this. So down here for men, hum it. Can you find that right resonant space? Can you feel the vibration when you're humming through the line? Okay, this is working. Everything is in sync. Is the breath there? Maybe I should add a little bit more breath support. Go again, more breath support. Continue the humming. Make sure you still stay connected with the vibration. Then once you feel like that's stable, you've hummed through the melody. Now you can say, what if I open up on a vowel? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, did that feel right? How was my tongue? Was it nestled under the bottom teeth, or was it grabbing backwards? Was my chin lifting up? Yeah, 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 yeah. Something sounds flatter out here, and something feels much less vibrant in here. How do I bring that vibrancy forward on the open vowel, the same way that I found it with the hum? Let's come back to the hum. Ma, 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 ma. There we go. Now I got it. Now what if I tried the lyrics? I've got a bad disease. If I close my mouth and hum, is it still there? So you have to approach it kind of in that way, as an exercise. Can you keep everything in alignment as you're singing the song? So here, I'm not focused at all on what it sounds like. I'm really focused on what it feels like. Is it resonating? Is it in alignment? Do I feel relaxed, or do I feel stressed? How does it feel when I'm singing it? That is so, so, so important. And then when you have difficult passages in your song, when it goes up higher, here you want to be like, okay, can I build a little exercise around this? So where I go, I just don't know. For men, that's going to come up here. To the D above middle C, which is just above passaggio usually. So here it might tighten. So could you find a way to make an exercise around this? Get more self-sufficient. Think like, what could I do here to make it like the vocalise, to make it like the warm-ups. Would that be like... I'm playing around this fifth here. What if I just did a mi me ma mo mu around here? Mi me ma mo mu. Now what's my vowel when I get to that high D? Where I go, I just don't know. Don't. Okay, is it don't? Or is it don't? More of an ah. Okay, so now I'll practice that on an ah. Ah. Mama, mama. Stop and breathe. Mama, mama. Mama, 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 mama. Oh, I'm going to need to stop and breathe there because I'm running out of air. How can I place that breath in the phrase? You see what I mean? So you want to approach it this way, where suddenly you are going in like a surgeon when you're doing your songs and you're thinking, okay, what can I actually do here to work around the whole song and to work around certain difficult phrases and bring it back to that same kind of mindset as when I'm doing my warm-ups? And how can I make sure to approach it the same way physically with my instrument in alignment as I did with my warm-ups? Another thing that you want to do is as you are improving, as you are becoming more aligned, you want to choose new songs because we keep a muscle memory from the way that we used to sing. And this has happened to me personally. There was one song I used to sing when I was around 15. Caro mio ben, credimi almen. And every time I would go up to the high note, my voice would just seize up. My throat would close and I wasn't able to produce that. And even now to this day, that was like my most traumatic song in a sense. That was like during a period of my life when I was having so much difficulty with high notes, so much strain, so much stress, so much vocal fatigue, and so much anxiety attached to my self-esteem again. And so even now, I don't really like to sing that song because my voice remembers and my body goes back to the same place and the same state of panic. And it's very, very hard to get it out. So one thing as well that you want to keep in mind is you've got to accept that certain songs that are part of your repertoire since forever, but that have this physical and emotional baggage, they might need to go. You need to find new songs. So find new songs that have no history, no muscle memory, no memories attached to them, no baggage. And then start to use those new songs as ways to incorporate this voice and your practice and your techniques into new repertoire. The third solution, this one you guys may not want to hear, but sometimes you actually need guidance. Sometimes, especially if you're in category 1, where you're not doing the warm-ups in alignment at all, where you're just going through them, it's not changing, you're going through them creating bad habits and techniques and nothing is shifting. It always feels tight. It always feels tense. There's always vocal fatigue. Like this is your constant. It means that you need help. It means that you actually need somebody who is going to help you shift these habits, notice what's going on, to fix them with you, to address these things with you so that you actually can align your instrument. This is work that's very difficult to do alone if you're in this position. Which category do you fall into? Are you somebody who doesn't think their instrument is in alignment when you're going to warm up? Are you somebody who approaches the warm-ups with a lot of perfectionism, treating it like a performance? Or are you somebody who's further along the path, who has more alignment in your voice, but is still experiencing tension when you're going to sing your songs? Let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you.